Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that I have loved for a very long time. You could even say I've been obsessed with it. I used to watch movies all the time and see all these beautiful women and their very glamorous lives. All of them always had a tray with their perfumes on them, and I just knew that one day that's what I wanted. Now, I don't have a whole room dedicated to my closet and getting ready space, but I do have this tiny tray of perfumes that I keep in a closet. If you caught my TikTok, I made a small video of all my perfumes and I wrote down what they are on there. So if you forget about this YouTube video, you could always find me on TikTok and check out my perfumes there. Also, honorable mention, my mom made this tray. Well, my uncle made the wood and the handles, but my mom did the photo and the glass inside. She's very creative. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Mom. I want to talk to you today about my perfume collection. It's something I have worked on for years, and obviously it's still very small because perfume is expensive, people. Like, it's a lot of money for this tiny bottle of liquid. Like, you think it has gold in it, but no. Well, I don't know, some do probably, but mine don't, that I know of. But I want to go over all my perfumes, and you probably saw I'm a little bit obsessed with Daisy. You'll notice most of my perfumes are very light and fresh and floral. I am not a very heavy, musky, woody type girl. So a lot of these scents are pretty similar, and I'm gonna do my best to describe them to you because this is not a scratch and sniff video. Sorry about that. Maybe in 2030, you never know. First we have the Daisy Oh So Fresh. This is probably my lightest perfume out of all of them. It is very easy to wear, one of my favorite springtime scents. It's fruity, it's got notes of rose and raspberry that I think you can definitely tell throughout of it, and it just reminds me of the sun. It smells so good. I think they called it Oh So Fresh because it was a spring scent, but very light, very easy wearing. If you're heading into the fruity zone, floral zone, I think this is a nice, easy transition. Next up, we've got Brit by Burberry. Came in this cute little checkered bottle, very classic Burberry. Oh, it smells so good. This scent was actually introduced to me by one of my friends in Edmonton, Lisa. I was very shocked when she told me about it, and I was like, Burberry? I used to think Burberry was for old people and very rich old women. This scent changed my mind. It's really fresh, but it has a very deep tone to it. If you are a perfume person, these words make sense to you. If you're not, you're like, deep? It's only 2 inches. It's not that deep. It's very fresh and still very floral, but has a little bit more deep tones like mahogany and a little bit more musk to it. I really like this one for transitioning into fall. Also for date night because it's just a little bit more sexy than, fresh floral scents, which are very girly. Next up, we've got Daisy Love. Again, hashtag influenced. I bought this because, well, I love Daisy. I would buy Daisy anyway. But JC Murray Smith did some sponsor posts for this perfume, and I went and smelled it, and then I was sold. But this is probably my most floral scent, and it actually reminds me of the first perfume I ever owned, which was Princess by Vera Wang. So this one is super, super sweet, very sugary smelling. And I think it came out in the summer, so that makes sense. Sugar, summer, fruit. That's what people think of in the summertime. This one is very sweet, very little musk to it, but they say there's a little musk, but I don't smell it. It's very sweet. Next up, we've got Burberry Her Intense. So this was the second edition of Burberry Her, which if you saw the Burberry ad with Cara Delevingne, where she's prancing through London and singing, I'm a Londoner, I was sold. I don't love commercials, but I just go and Google, YouTube that commercial because I love it. I love how it was filmed. I love Cara Delevingne. Because of that, I was like, I need to go smell this perfume. I did not love Burberry Her, but then they came out with Burberry Her Intense. This one is a little bit warm like the original one, but has a few more sweet notes of jasmine and florals, so a little bit more my vibe, and I really like it. It has been one of my most recent purchases. I really enjoy it. It's also got some blackberry and cedarwood. Next up, we've got Classique by Jean-Paul Gaulthier. It's been one of my longest owned perfumes, which is why you can see it is basically empty. I have used it a lot, and I think I have not used it recently because I don't want to finish it, which is kind of funny because if I'm not wearing it, I can't enjoy it, but I don't want to finish it, mostly because I don't want to buy another bottle because, like I said, they're expensive. This is probably the sexiest scent I own, which, if you see the bottle, it's the shape of a lady in lace. So you know it's gonna be sexy smelling. It's very sexy because it's got a lot of masculine notes in it, like mahogany and bourbon, but also a lot of feminine notes in it, like vanilla and fruity florals. So it's a very interesting combination, and as you can see, the liquid is a little bit darker than most of the other ones, and so you can see there's a lot more of those masculine notes and ingredients in there. But I really like this one. I just haven't worn it because I don't want to finish it. Moving on, we've got this Daisy Black Edition. So this was very similar to the original Daisy perfume, but this was the special edition, and my sister gave it to me one Christmas. So I'm not sure if it's widely carried anymore because it was limited edition. So if you do find it, I don't know that it's real or authentic. I don't know, do people make fake perfumes? Probably. But this one's great because it is that very original light daisy florally scent. Because it came out at Christmas, which is winter time, they revamped the bottle, making it this beautiful black and gold color, and added some more musky notes to it, like sandalwood. Lastly, this is the most recent addition to my perfume collection. It's not that I was eyeing it up for a very long time because I was just at a market in Calgary, and it's actually a small business run out of Edmonton, and they just smelled so good. So this is the bottle. It's Eros Fig by Libertine Fragrance. What I really like about Libertine Fragrance is that all the scents are unisex, and so I think often perfume is very much geared towards women. This is cool because he had a few, and there's a range from very feminine smelling to very masculine smelling, you know, in the traditional sense. All of the fragrances are unisex, and obviously I'm a fruity, feminine kind of gal, and I chose Eros Fig. It's very citrusy, but has some very warm and spicy notes to it. Citrus is a little bit different for me. I usually go for floral, but because of the fig, it's obviously a little bit more fruity smelling. And I just love that they're a small business and locally made. So I added it to my collection. You should definitely check them out. That is all of the perfumes I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. Next up on my perfume wish list is probably Chloe Original. I have seen Chloe perfumes here and there on Instagram, all of the influencers, #influenced. I went and I smelled it, and it's actually really good, the Chloe Original, and I'm a sucker for a beautiful bottle. So that is next up on my wish list. Who knows when it'll come. If you are a perfume kind of person, let me know down below what your signature scent was, or what your first perfume was, because I always find that really interesting. Like, subscribe, comment, bells. See you next week.